the main thing that we needed to try to accomplish today was try to form a committee for officer selection for next year, which 3 of us are officers sitting on here. So I don't know, David, John, do you guys, either one of you guys want to serve on the committee to?
I will.
And Gerald, why don't you give just a brief update on what that involves? I mean, it's really not that complicated.
No, it's not.
I think we all know, except for David and John. They'd be the only 2 that wouldn't know.
Normally, the way it works is, like the vice president would move up to president, but July 1 is the date that the new positions would be in place. But we also, if somebody is serving in a position right now that wants to kind of step back, that would also be something we need to kind of discuss as well. But I mean, there's not a whole lot involved other than just, basically talking about that kind of thing. And I mean, I'll fall on the sword. This was absolutely my fault. Mayor Norris told me the other day that we were one of the only Lions clubs that wasn't meeting virtually. And with my position and with him, the city's main concentration was dealing with the pandemic that we're dealing with still currently. And right, wrong, or indifferent, Lions Club was the last thing on my mind. I was worried about my person dealing with the citizens. So I dropped the ball on that completely. But as the mayor does, he very subtly hinted to me the other day that we needed to get a selection committee going because those new positions are supposed to take effect on July 1. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. It'll be it should be a fairly easy process. And I did talk to Chad earlier and asked if he would serve on that committee. Basically because he has the hosting knowledge now. I guess it's the first one you've hosted.
This is the first one I've hosted. Yeah.
Okay.
Been on many, never hosted, but it's not hard.
But anyway, he's agreed to do that as well. So, I mean, realistically, today I basically just wanted to kind of get together, see if we had 3 or 4 people that wanted to serve on the committee that could kind of get the ball rolling, and we're going to try to go back to virtual meetings on our regular scheduled Mondays.
Okay.
Until we get to a point where they feel like it's safe enough, we can get back out together as a group. I mean, I don't know how many people. I know Chad's been through several. I'm sure Tina has been. I've been through several virtual meetings, and they work. I'm not a great big, huge, giant proponent or fan of them. I'm much more of a in-person individual. I look silly enough. I look even sillier whenever I'm on camera on a meeting. So,
yeah.
But anyway, has anybody else joined the chat? Are we still looking at just David, John, and is Larry on?
Larry and Dee are here.
Okay.
The mayor just said he's still in the meeting.
Right. Yeah, I got that from him just a minute ago. So, David, you said you would be willing to serve?
I'll be willing to serve. I don't mind at all.
Okay.
And
is there
really,
anybody other than Chad, myself, or Tina that is on that would like to volunteer?
I can help.
Who are we? Who's
John Holloway. I got him.
John Holloway? Okay.
And really what this involves is we're just, we go through all the officer positions. Frankly, we talk if any of us are willing to take a position, or if we want to reach out and find other members of the club that would be willing to serve. So basically, we pre-screen the candidates, and then we take them back to the club for approval. Right, Gerald?
Right. Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's basically just making phone calls and saying, hey, will you do this spot? Will you do this spot? And finding good people to fit in. So.
Right. So I guess my recommendation would be if the 2 of you are willing to serve with Chad, if we got one more person on that would like to volunteer to be on that committee.
I volunteer the mayor.
You volunteer the mayor?
How about Bill Lawrence?
Bill Lawrence? Yeah, we could reach out. Bill's done it before, hasn't he, Larry?
Yeah, he's done it every year.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. He can share
All
it.
Out to them, and Chad, if you can get all the positions, if you'll email that out to those individuals so that they can kind of take a look at it. If you guys can get a virtual meeting set up where you can kind of discuss that matter, and then when we meet as a regular club, bring those nominations or those considerations to us, and we'll kind of take it from there.
Okay.
Like
We
a plan?
had somebody just join by telephone. Who's that?
Paul.
Paul Elliott.
Paul. Hey, Paul, how are you?
Hey, Paul.
Okay.
So, anyway, you know, I told Chad this was going to be short and sweet, and this is really the only real business that I wanted to try to get taken care of. And, you know, Wednesday's not a normal day for us, but I knew we needed to get this thing rolling. But hopefully things will start to slow down and we can all get back together again soon, to where we can actually go to US Pizza and have a meal and enjoy some fellowship together. But I wish I had the clear-cut answer on when that's going to be.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I have a question. I haven't reached out to any members or sent any letters in regards to
Dues.
Dues?
dues
Yeah.
because we haven't met. I didn't know. I wanted to talk to the board to see what you guys need to do, if anything. I've paid like our insurance, but I did not send out anything for dues. So how do you guys want to handle that? Want me to just leave it? I don't know.
How much is the quarterly per person?
Well,
So I like pay for
not
meals
$78. Because I'm including the meals.
Right. And is that a fee that we pay to Lions International, or is it just to keep the group going? I'm not familiar how that works.
That's to keep the group going.
Okay. So it's
And
basically
we do pay that.
Oh, that does go to somebody else then?
We use it to pay for any fees for the Lions International LCI. We use it for that, and we use it for like our insurance, and that's it primarily.
Tina, you said that was including meals, though?
The 78 is including meals. I don't know. My brain is stuck. I think it's $30.
30 or 35, right? Yeah.
That's
Without-
it. Without meals, yes.
Okay.
It's $30. It is.
We would probably need to take that to the board, wouldn't we, Gerald? And
Yeah, we'll need to take it to the board, but my recommendation would be still, you know, the $30, not do 78 with the meals. We haven't had that in a while. But yeah, that's something we can do at the
Talk to
board
the
meeting.
board. Okay.
Try to get one set pretty quick.
I did have a couple people who paid $78. So, of course, after speaking with the board first, what I can do is give them a credit, like towards the next dues, or how, I guess we can discuss it later, but.
Right. Yeah, if the board comes up and decides that that's the route they go, then we'll make adjustments accordingly.
Okay.
Anything else anybody wants to talk about today? Like I say, I wanted to keep this short and sweet. And again, for those of you that weren't on, I take full blame for the big delay in actually trying to get a virtual meeting set up. My whole concentration was in dealing with this pandemic that we're dealing with. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's just where my mindset was. I was concerned with my personnel's safety and the safety of our citizens here. And realistically, that's still a big concern of mine. But
we've got a good path forward here, Gerald. We're good. So what I've got written down is officer selection committee will be myself, David, John Holloway, Bill Lawrence, and we had some others join in. Is there a set number we need, or can we have
No,
Julia and Paul? Y'all joined in late. Do y'all want to help with officers?
I should have said Bill Russell.
That'd be
Bill
fine.
Russell, yes.
Bill Lawrence is a Dallas theological teacher.
Bill Russell, yeah.
I don't know how I come up with that name.
Yeah, this is Paula. That's fine with me.
So you want to help, Paul?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So that gives us 5. And so what I'll do, I'll send out a list of the positions that are coming up that we have, and I'll go ahead and email that out to the entire club and let anybody know if they're interested to reach out to me and let me know that they're interested in a spot. And then for the 5 of us that are on the committee, I'll schedule something with all of us to get together and start discussing it and reaching out to folks. So we'll get that taken care of, Gerald.
Okay.
And then
Is any-
I'm more than happy to schedule these going forward on, when would our next one, well, our next one will be Memorial Day. We probably need to do something prior to June the 8th though, don't we? Just to
Yeah.
get some communication out. Okay. What do y'all
Yeah.
think about trying to schedule a Zoom meeting with everybody from the club?
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Well, that would give you, if we do June 1st, which is a Monday, and we try to set that up for June 1st, that'll give you guys like a week and a half to kind of things sorted out on that end.
Okay.
Sound fair enough?
Yeah, I think so. I think we can, I mean, hopefully we can get some names put down, but prior to then, that's a week and a half. Our normal meeting date would be June the 8th, but
Right.
I certainly would like to get that settled before we get too far into June.
Yeah, June the 8th, June 1st is going to work out. June 8th, I will be going through a day full of appointments in Rochester, Minnesota. So
Okay.
that is my 6-month checkup up there.
Will the same phone number be the same when we call next time?
Paul, I'm not sure how that works, but whatever I do, I'll send out updated emails for each meeting, and each meeting will have the phone number in there.
Right. Yeah, and just
That's-
click on that tab and it'll take you right to it.
That's a
Yeah.
10-4.
If you don't send out a new create one, they're difficult to get into.
Yeah.
Where?
Seems to be where I always issues with my Zoom meetings if it's occurring.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever we do, I'll send out repeated notices about how to get in.
Okay. Anybody else have anything, any projects, anything the Lions Club can do to help out the community right now during the time? Any issues been brought to anybody?
Yeah, Gerald, I'm actually going to forward you an email. Somebody sent an email to the Lions Club Gmail address. I've not looked at it too closely, but it was someone requesting vision assistance, and it just came in. So I'll take a look at it, and I'm not sure if it was a local person or what, but I'll send that over to you and let y'all take a look at it.
All right. I appreciate it. Anybody else got anything?
Sorry I was late.
Bye.
Had a child break glass all over the kitchen.
Yeah.
Ah, no biggie.
All right.
Tina, I guess we're good on money, aren't we? We don't have any issues. The bank account should be about the same, shouldn't it?
It's literally. I haven't checked, but if y'all give me a second, I can tell you. I can look that up. But there hasn't been any changes or any.
Then I'll send out actually, y'all, by the way, I'm recording this, and so I'll send everybody a link to the video so everybody can see what we talked about. And then I'll also send an email with what we talked about and give everybody the bank info.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, if nobody else has anything, y'all have a good afternoon, and I appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us.
Okay,
All right.
guys, we have about $5,500, and we have 300. Which count is that? $360 in our admin account. That's our admin.
So $360 in admin, $5,500 was charitable.
Yes. And it's $55.87.59 if you want the exact amount.
I like the pennies.
$359.66 for our admin.
Okay, I will send that out.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
All right.
All right, see y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.